What's up, YouTube? This is Shaylin with 8-Bit Co-op, and I am back with Icy. During our last episode, we visited the Wind Tower and met Robert, who is helping us with our quest to find the mercenaries who has our friends. So he gave us a clue to go down south to talk to his friend, Fang, and hopefully we'll be able to get there today. But the first thing we need to do is fix this little problem over here, which is our food issue. So I'm going to go over here and hunt first, and then I'm going to head down to see Robert. Or not Robert, Fang. So night comes, I'm going to go ahead and try to find a safe place. Everyone in the group got 10 damage. Ouchie. Okay, let's go ahead and hunt. You find a good area to gather some food. I am going to try to gather as much food as possible. Well, I got 14 food and 9 of the medicinal herbs. So hopefully, if we go into our party screen, yeah, because we're starting to see people get injured, and we want to make sure that we have enough of the kits to help them out. Because look, Eva was close. She was like, help me! Okay, so that's what we got. Let's also go up here, because not only do you have to check your party for the injuries, but you have to also check yourself, because I'm at 42 out of 70. So I was pretty close. Oh, wait a second. This is points, so can I put more points in? Let me see if that will work. Oh, yes. Okay. So, what I don't want that. Exploration, skill of traveling and exploring on the lands, overall traveling speed and useful. Speechcraft has gotten me far. Oh, the skill of exploring, routing, building, searching for anything useful. I'm gonna try that. For one. Hunting I can't increase. Let's see, what else can I increase with only 2 points? I can increase my stealth. Melee. I have a 2 bonus for melee? Interesting. Little did I know. I may hold on to my points for now. So, let me check and make sure. What's my gear look like right now? This is 17, 1.1. This is 8, 1.1. I'm going to go ahead and let that fade out before I change it over. So, let's head south here to where he sent us, where Robert sent us for Fang. I'm going to hit up this building first. Okay, I'm going to try to find a safe place. I found a safe place to sleep. Yes! I like that. Okay, scavenge. You find an old factory. It's 1,300. This will take us to 1,900. That is a huge jump in risk. Whoa, that's a huge jump in risk. I'm going to go ahead and try to... The path ahead of you is collapsed and it could be dangerous to proceed. You can see the big hole. I'm going to say this again. I really like this art style. Use a rope to access the upper floor. I don't have that. Or try to climb your way. I am not good with climbing, I don't believe, so I'm going to go ahead and use a rope. You managed to reach the upper floor. A shovel. A book. Nice. I want to take everything. So, one of the things, as I'm walking, I'll tell you this, one of the things I used to enjoy as a child in the 80s was choose your own adventure books. And the reason why I liked them is because I felt that I had some modicum of control. And that's what I relate a lot of these choices to, are those choose your own adventure books. I liked when I had to go from page 4 to page, like, 32. I was like, I'm skipping to the back. And then they would send you back to, like, page 1. You finally reach the place where Robert sent you. There's a little house with smoke coming out of the chimney. Okay, let's be careful. We don't want the guy to think we are a threat. And what if he's the real threat? That's Carlos, always, always the devil's advocate, which I appreciate. We will overcome him with our number, and then we'll explain to him that we are not here to bring death. Show of force. There's no need to be violent. We'll just tell him that we're here to ask some innocent questions. Okay, here's the issue with this, is I see the house, and we're just standing here, a gaggle of people, like looking pointedly and then whispering amongst ourselves. Don't worry, if I thought you were a threat, I would already be gone. Startled, you turn to find a tall man looking at you, not too far from your group. Our observation skills are obviously lacking if he was able to walk up on us. Do you always sneak around? Not very. That's pretty antagonistic. We just need some info. How about we just verify his identity first? Fang, I suppose. Correct. There's only one man who knows where I live, so Robert sent you here. I trust Robert. He's a good guy, and he would never send a bunch of killers to my door. But I need to ask you something. Why did Robert entrust you with such confidential knowledge? We traveled together. He's an old friend of mine. Nice. That means I can trust you. At least a little. Now will you tell me why you are here? And again, he seems like a very forthright person. We're tracking some mercenaries, and Robert said you would know more about them. Okay, but I need something more to go on. A lot of people can be described as mercenaries. Some of our friends were kidnapped by a group of 3 people. They had some incredibly high-tech equipment. 3 and well-equipped? Well, as far as I know, there's only one mercenary group that fits this description, the Wolf Pack. They're skilled, armed, and dangerous. 3 years ago, they started hanging around with some high-tech equipment that I'd never seen before in my life. Finding them is hard, but I could have something for you, something that will help you find them. In exchange for that, I need to ask you a favor. I don't think he's asking for money. He doesn't seem like the mercenary type himself. So, what does that mean? I've lived alone the last 5 years. Partly because I was able to do so, and partly because people usually don't like me. But now it's different. My horse died because of a strange illness, and I can't survive on my own anymore. What I'm asking for is kindness. I want to travel with you because without a horse I will not survive for long alone. Why us? As I said, Robert's friends are my friends. This guy is the only decent person I've met in my life that's still alive. And I know how to live on the White Wasteland, and I'll help you with all of your mercenary issues. And most of all, alone, I can't hope to survive for much longer. I will tell you, this guy must have the utmost respect for Robert, that he's willing to leave everything he knows to come with us. Whether or not he faces those issues, he could have walked up to the wind tower. He wasn't that far. So, for me, we have a deal. It's good to hear it. Now, let's talk about the Wolfpack and, most importantly, how to find them. 1 year ago, I was at the Junkyard, and they were there dealing with a relic hunter that lives in the surrounding area. He likely knows more about them, but to find him, we need to ask the trader at the Junkyard. She knows him and knows where to find him. I know, it's not that much, but it's a track, and we should follow it. Eventually, all the pieces will come together and we'll find the ones you're looking for. You know what's interesting about what he's saying? Is that if you look at the language, words are powerful, he's already saying we. He's already including himself, and he is committed to this family. So that, to me, is a prime indicator that he's going to be good for our family. It sounds like we're going to travel all around the Vale. Well, Fang, welcome to our family. Take the time you need to pack your stuff, and then we'll head to the Junkyard. Fang smiles slightly. Thank you. It will just take a couple minutes. While Fang goes into his house, Jerome comes near you to talk. Well, I don't know how much we can trust him, but Robert's friends are usually decent people. So says Jerome, who is a friend of Robert himself. I mean, just look at me. See? Would you deny that I'm the best old prick you've ever met? Yes, you are. The best on this frozen world. You're goddamn right, Jerome chuckles and puts a hand on your shoulder. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on him, just to be sure. After a few moments, you see Fang coming out of the house. Smoke no longer billows from the chimney. So he is a good outdoorsman because he did staunch his fire. So, packed up and ready to go. Fang's house fades in the distance behind you while all your companions get to know the new guy. So that's what's going on with Fang. We also are in a place where we can hunt, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get our food stores up a little bit higher. You're in a dark area of the forest where vegetation blocks out most of the sunlight. You encounter a small clutter of lynx. I did not know lynx in group were called clutters, so that's kind of neat. Use bows and arrows to kill the lynxes. I'm always going to go for the bow attack because I learned previously that this is what I have my skill points in, this is what I need to follow. You successfully kill some of the lynxes, with very fast speed arrows it sounds like. You're moving in the bushes to take care of the lynx when one of them jumps out of nothing. Draw an arrow. You're unable to react in time and the lynx wounds with fangs and teeth. Dimitri got 13 damage. Well, we got 9 food, so we're going to go ahead and take everything. We're going to check our party. She's not down that much, so I'm going to go ahead and leave her for now. Let's see, I'm not down at all. So that's where we're going to go ahead and leave Dimitra for now, but I'm gonna be paying attention. So where we're going? Okay, here or here? Okay, which one's the junkyard? This one looks like the junkyard, so I'm gonna go ahead and head down to the junkyard and see where our trail leads from there. Let me see, what's the other place? Oh, find the church. That's the sacred items to be able to get possibly some favor with Wind Tower. So that's something I definitely have to be sure that I'm doing in order to make more friends. So I'm going to zigzag down here first, hitting everything on my way, and then I'm going to go back up that way. So our first destination appears to be this little hobbit right there. Oh, it's quite late and you're all ready to go to sleep when you see April coming to you. Hey, I'd like to talk with you for a minute. It's about my husband. Sure, go ahead. Well, I don't actually have much to say. It's just that I know Carlos. I know him very well, and I love him. But I'm not a fool. I can see how he can be annoying, always trying to have the last word in any discussion. Give him a chance, I beg you. Try to see beyond his sarcasm and his stubbornness. He can be quite a pleasant and sensible person. What about you? Did it take some time to get to know him? She giggles. Yeah, it took time. A lot of time. I actually found him boring and annoying when we first met. But with time, I saw something inside him. What about the others? Will you talk to them too? I hope that won't be necessary, but if needed, I'll try to speak with them too. I'll do that. She pauses for a moment, unable to find the right words. Just remember that he's a much more tolerant and respectful man than he seems. I think he already likes you, at least a little. He won't admit that, not too soon. But if we're alive, it's thanks to you, and he knows that. Well, I think I'm done. Good night, and thank you for listening to me. She smiles and walks away. You enter your tent and go to sleep. You know, one of the things that I really am noted for is my sarcasm, or I'll call it my dry wit. So having him on being sarcastic, really not going to bother me. Event. You suddenly spot some smoke from the distance and decide to see what's happening. Apparently some bandits attacked a nomad family and you find only a survivor, barely alive, that asks you to give him some medicine to patch his wounds. Give some medicines, give a lot of medicines, or refuse to give him medicines. I'm not going to refuse to give him medicines, but I can't see giving him over half of our medicine. So I'm going to go ahead and give him some medicines. You give them some of your medicines. Okay. So I'm going to continue down. The night comes, find a safe place. You found a safe place to sleep. And did you see how the pep in our step after that? Okay, let's see what is in this area. Okay, sorry about that. We're doing a little cooking, and, you know, in the background it was making kind of a loud noise, so I wanted to break for a second. So we're going to go ahead in and scavenge. You find an old farm. Of course, I always like to go with the no risk. The floor is highly unstable and it's dangerous to proceed, so should we use a rope or carefully proceed across the floor? I'm going to go ahead and use the rope. You successfully get across the passage, and for that I got 3 fuel, 3 bullets, and a shovel. A fully full durability shovel. So I'm going to take everything. Let's see. Okay. Now my next stop is this gas station. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. You find a gas station. Of course, it's 12 o'clock. This will keep us to 6 o'clock. We should still get to the junkyard in time. So the path ahead of you is collapsed and it could be dangerous to proceed. So try to climb or use a rope. So I'm going to use a rope. You manage to reach the upper floor. While exploring, you hear a beastly noise. You quickly turn and spot a lynx ambushing your group. Shoot the lynx, protect your people attacking the lynx with your crowbar, run to take your companion away from the path, or try to face the lynx with your bare hands. I'm not good with guns or melee. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to melee, try to protect him at least with the crowbar. You hit the lynx, which growls in pain before running away from you. Rockin'! Okay, bullets, a shovel, and some kind of soap, gelatinous figure, box of lard without the box? I don't know. Let's just take it and see what it is in our inventory. Soap. You could always better your hygiene. So look at, we're getting a good collection of shovels here, so I'm quite pleased with that. Let's go down to the junkyard and see what we have here. We can talk to the trader in the square or enter the laboratory. Let's talk to the trader first. You approach the trader in the junkyard square. She gently smiles when you come closer. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? I think I want to barter with her first, just in case. Does she have, potentially... Oh, wow, look at that. That's a good pistol. Ooh, some traps. Okay. She is very expensive, though. I will just say that. Okay, hold on a second. This is a level 1 air. Oh, man, that was funny. Okay, so... Oh, down here's where I can add food. Okay, hold on a second, because I have something highlighted that I don't really want to buy, because I've been clicking all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and click out of here, and then barter, and I want to buy food. I'm going to buy all of her food. Now, I evidently paid some bullets for it, which is okay because I'm not a big bullet person. But what else do we have up here? A torch. Okay. This grappling hook is something that I'm really interested in as well. And I'm thinking that I have 3 shovels. Maybe getting one of these shovels out of here would be helpful. Okay. Now, what else can I get for my ducats, my money? A crude bow, that's not going to help. What is this? Oh, a machete. I wonder what a machete would be good for. What is this? A submachine gun? Oh my goodness. Oh wait, a hunting bow. A hunting bow. What can I trade for that hunting bow? She will not barter with anything else. Oh wait. Let me see. I want to keep the hatchet. I'm not into these. So I'm going to go ahead and deal like that. Because that hunting bow, I think, is going to be excellent for me. Okay. So now let's go ahead and I have some questions. Sure, feel free to ask. Ask about the junkyard. What can you tell me about this place? Well, just take a look around. Somebody built a settlement on a mound of scrap, and we use that scrap to survive. We have food and shelter, and I guess I shouldn't complain to you guys, compelled to travel around the world to survive, but life isn't that good here. I mean, we assemble shit using scrap and sell it to have enough food to keep assembling shit from scrap. No one does something really meaningful to change the situation, and who knows how long we'll have enough shit to sell. Who are you? Probably the coolest person around here, and not because I'm smart and funny, but because I spend all day out here ready to sell stuff to vendors like you. Even the guards have their shifts. I'm the only idiot that chose to stay still in the snow for hours on end. And why? Because we're sitting on a mound of trash and we can't get enough materials from it to build me a decent booth. Oh, that's funny. I'm searching for a relic hunter that's supposed to hang around the junkyard. And why would you know about him? He may know some people I'm tracking down. Some mercenaries who killed my companions. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you, and I have some business to do with him. She seems like a cool person. I'm going to try to go the honest route and be forthright. It's worked so far. These people are dangerous, but I think you already know that. Anyway, they had deals with the relic hunter, but I don't know why. The man you're searching for is a business partner of mine. I won't put him in danger without a reason. I can tell you where to find him, but you'll have to do something for me. You know, earn my trust. What should we do? There's a guy who owes me a shit ton of bullets. Literally a shit ton. Now, since I'm sure he doesn't have all that ammo, I want him to die. Painfully if possible. Stop making that face. The guy's a prick. A real asshole who stole my stuff and killed some people I used to work with. You go after him, you kill him, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about the relic hunter. Do we have a deal? Do we have a choice? Cool. Bring me proof that you killed him. Just cut off his head and put it in a bag. I haven't forgot that bastard's face. Yeah, it's a creepy thing to do, but I don't trust your words, so you'll have to do it. You'll find him hanging around the garden. Ask for Bertrand. Let's talk about something else. Just be quick, I have things to do. Oh no, my mistake. I have nothing to do but stand here all day. I will go now. Enter the laboratory. You approach the laboratory, a building made of any kind of scrap metal with a surprisingly sturdy door guarded by 2 armed people. On the inside, the laboratory is incredibly clean and well organized. There are various people working on objects of every kind. A thin old man approaches you with a kind smile. Hello, strangers. I'm Jacques. Is there anything I can do for you? Can I ask you some questions? Yeah, what do you want to know? What can you tell me about this settlement? It's our home. My father built it more than 50 years ago, and it became the home of many people. We rely on our knowledge of technology to restore ancient items to their former glory, or to create new ones by studying relics. Probably some items that you have has been made or repaired here. That's because through a constant trade. Ooh, that was rough. We grant ourselves what we need to survive. What can you tell me about the local leaders? Well, you're talking to one of them. He pauses for a second. I'm one of the 3 leaders. We make all the important decisions in this settlement. Meredith and Jordan are the other 2, but they're usually busy, and I don't know if you'll ever have the chance to meet them since, well, you're not one of us. What is this place? This is a place where we repair ancient technological items or create our own machines. Using the knowledge of ancient science, we're able to understand how they work. This is the beating heart of the junkyard, the first reason of our prosperity, and for me, it's a place where I can express my love for knowledge. Do you know anything about a job for people like us? Actually, there's something you could help us with. Some time ago, we found a place full of metal scraps and old broken machines. It seems like a peculiar place. We're not talking about a simple warehouse or factory. It even had some underground levels, but they collapsed on themselves. Sadly, some mutants lived nearby, and whenever we tried to scavenge something, the noise attracted them and we got attacked. Would you be interested in protecting me and my assistants while we take what we need from the place? I can pay you in bullets. Yeah, count us in. Good, let me show you on your map where the place is. We'll meet there. Just remember to bring enough bullets. You'll get lots of them, lots more of them anyway once I pay you. I have no more questions. I'm going to see what they have to trade real quick. Go talk with the trader Tracy. You can easily find her out there. She takes care of trading with outsiders like you. Okay, I'm going to leave. And here's the guards at the gate. However, I'm going to save that for the next episode so that we can use that to segue into us going and completing these quests for the people here and going back up to the other one. I can't forget to go back up to the church. So I really appreciate you taking the time to spend with me in ICY, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.